Hey. Hey, wake up.
Ay. Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Name's Leon. Came here looking for this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
And who might you be?
Me llamo Luis Sera. I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Luis Sera is one of the few helpful NPCs that you'll meet in the game Resident Evil 4. First met at the end of Chapter 1-1, what you learn about him is quite different than his appearance and demeanor may at first suggest, with his activities and whereabouts being of the utmost importance to the game's most prominent villains, the Los Illuminados.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados? That's a mouthful.
Luis's tale as we know it begins many years before the events of the game. Raised in the village where these events take place, at least a portion of Luis's life was spent in that village, often accompanying his grandfather who was a hunter in the region. But as Sera grew older, he left the village to pursue a career elsewhere, and although he may tell Leon otherwise in their first interaction, it's unlikely that his story about being a cop is true, but rather a cover to avoid suspicion. Presumably, Luis ended up attending a school and pursuing an education in the field of biology. Upon his return to his childhood town, however, Luis was met with his village under the complete influence of Osman Sadler, and through events unknown, he found himself working with the Los Illuminados in their experiments with Las Plagas, with several documents of his said research being available to us through his memos scattered throughout the world. After some time, however, Luis began to become disillusioned with Sadler and the research that he was performing with Las Plagas. Eventually deciding to leave the organization completely, Luis got in contact with a third-party organization headed by Albert Wesker, with his liaison being none other than Ada Wong, presumably striking a deal with them to help bring down the Los Illuminados in exchange for a sample of the Las Plagas parasite.
Hey, señorita, got a light and some smokes to go with it to make my day?
Where's the sample?
Okay, we skipped the foreplay. As a matter of fact, I was just going to get it. Where's the love, baby?
Sounds like fun to me. Just hurry up.
Okay.
Luis escapes with a sample of the parasite, but is eventually captured by Chief Batorres Mendez and locked inside of a closet for holding, until the drug inside of his body has dissipated enough for another plaga to be injected inside him. As luck would have it for Luis, however, an American agent by the name of Leon Kennedy found him struggling inside of the cabinet and releases him from his captivity, only for the duo to be captured again and placed in further confinements before escaping again, this time into the secret passageways shown to him by his grandfather. During the rest of the game, Luis is mainly hidden from the very watchful eyes of the Los Illuminados, at times running into Leon and Ashley as they attempt to flee from the cult themselves. It's also through his acquaintance with Leon that Luis attempts to pay penance for his past transgressions, trying to right the wrongs that he's helped Los Illuminados achieve by aiding Leon and Ashley in their quest to bring the cult down and escape, most notably in attempting to free them from their binds to the Las Plagas parasite. Unfortunately, however, it would be these attempts that would prove to be his undoing. After retrieving pills that would suppress the growth of the parasite in a person's body, Luis managed to catch back up with Leon in order to help out his newfound comrades. Catching up with him in a large room of the Salazar castle, Luis had made it in time to help his new friends stave off the parasite. But for Luis, this help came at the ultimate cost.
Leon, I got it.
that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Louis!